Hey everyone, welcome back to the Fortress. It's Ryan the Kryptonian Collector back with you guys again for another unboxing and review. Today we will be taking a look at the 1/6 scale Hot Toys Scarlett Witch Artisan Edition figure, and I gotta tell you guys, I was excited to get this one. This was a waitlist item that did pop up. I canceled my regular version for this, and without further ado, let's get into it. All right, everyone. So here it is up close. And now you're going to have to forgive me. It's going to take me a while probably to get into this thing. I'm trying to actually open it. But first we're going to take a look. Obviously, Scarlett Witch Artisan Edition. Like I mentioned, my first ever Artisan sideshow or Hot Toys piece. 1/6 scale collectible figure. It is the DX36AE. And I'm very excited to get this one out. It's going to go into my Avengers display, and you can see it's kind of got the same theme as the others with the Avengers logo, and then Scarlet Witch is in a different color shade. The Hot Toys, and what I'm going to guess is the Artisan logo just down here. They make a mix of the foil, of course, and there's the sideshow sticker up front. Moving on to the side. Again, silver, which I think this is where it's going to slide out of, I hope. Scarlet Witch Artisan Edition. And on the back, all the warnings. And I don't really see anything. It looks a lot like just the Avengers style box. You can see some of the different effects in the background. And a Avengers A logo. And the Disney logo at the bottom. On the other side, you see the Scarlet Witch logo and Artisan DX logo, and there we go. All right, so we're gonna just try to pull it up from this side because I'm hoping that that is how it is done. Okay, looks like you can just slide it out. There we go, sliding it out. Now this thing is really well in there, so I'm going to try to get it out at this angle. I may actually have to go around and pull this thing out. Wow, it's in there. There we go. All right. So there is part of the box now removed. Oh my, that was a bit of a workout. So here you see the quote, "You took everything from me." That was a crazy scene in Endgame when she came in and just absolutely decimated everyone. And there we go. Anyways, let's crack into this thing right now. All right, so as you can see, we have the covering, like I did mention. Really cool photos of the figure. I did actually have the original figure ordered, like I did mention probably, but I had to go with this one. Let's remove that. And there she is, and there is the head sculpt. They've actually got it encased in what looks like a jar. So this is going to be something. I've never gotten the Artisan. I've actually got one on order from my friend Ethan or Mist. He's got the Loki on the way, and I've also got another Artisan for myself. I'm actually going to see if I can do a bit of an unboxing for the Loki, but I will not step on my buddy's toes. It is his figure. So if he wants to do one, I will eventually put that up on my socials. So follow me down below and you will find all of the links to those. Anyways, let's get this out. This is the protective sleeve, I believe. There we go. And right here you can see the base. There's the head sculpt and there is the body. Now I'm going to take the body out. Looks like you have to take that out. And then there is the booklet, and all of the other accessories are right in here. Now it looks like it does come with the crotch grabber, so I'm not really looking forward to using that one. That looks like a necklace, which I believe, if I see the artwork again, yes, that is the artwork that she has around her neck. There's the necklace. And then some of her magic effects, or Scarlet magic effects. So first thing I'm going to do is move this out of the way, and we're going to take a look and try to get this thing out. So think I've gotten DX figures before, so I'm just gonna try that. May as well get the body out first. So first things first, this is feeling pretty good. I think it's got, there we go, we'll get rid of all the extras. So it looks like it is wired in the coat, and I'm hoping that you can actually lift up the, so I think it would just be cool, but I don't know. I don't think you actually, no, look at that, there you go. So we can do that, but it really will matter on how the head sculpt actually works with it. And I think it is magnetic for the head sculpt. So we're gonna take this off. No, it is a peg. And there we go. I think, I don't know, that must be an adapter for it, so we're gonna leave that alone. All in all, it feels very good quality. It doesn't feel like, at the time, right now, it feels like better quality than you'd find with some of the outfits, I'm assuming. It will be. It's got the wired coat, so I will be able to get this posed up a little bit. The coat, I do have fears, of course. Every other coat, like my Batman, Nightmare Batman, and the biggest fear is back in the day with the first Captain America when I picked that up at the Halcon. When I brought that back, it was extremely flaky, but it didn't really have any leather per se, but the parts that were very flaky, and I'm assuming they fixed some of these, but you never know. Joints feel pretty decent. Obviously, you're not going to see the joints with the coat on. I'm assuming the coat can be taken off, but I don't know if I want to. Right in here, it looks like a more shiny plastic. This is more skin textured. There we go. That was just a piece of the package. Anyways, it looks all good. No ankle. Oh, look at that. Ankle, a little bit of articulation in the ankle. The boots feel solid. The pants as well are pleather feeling, but they do look good for now. Again, my biggest fear will be, will they flake? But for now, like I've said, I'm not worried about it. So, yeah. Let's take a look at the rest of the figure. I'm gonna just put this guy down. And what I like to do is put this thing back pretty well the way I found it, so that when I box it up, it will be all good. And there we go. So we're just gonna put the body just a little ways away. And of course, always read your manual. I'm a little crazy, and I've bought so many now that I like to experiment a little bit. But if there's something crazy I'm doing, I'm gonna read the manual. All right, so I'll just move Scarlett Witch's body just a little ways away. Here we have what looks like the main piece. So we'll take the box away. And there we are. We're gonna peel off the protective plastic sleeve. I say like it's something easy. I find when they're bigger boxes like this, it is a little more difficult, but there we go. And look at that. It actually comes with its own stand for the head sculpt. That is kind of crazy. I was not expecting it like this. But bravo to Hot Toys for packaging it in such a way that it can't be damaged in shipping. So again, I will put this right in here. I'm not gonna screw around with the hair because I am no expert at any of this. Again, the extra hands, I'm definitely gonna be looking at some differences and possibilities right there. And here is the base, which, get out of the plastic. Oh my Lord, this is bigger than I thought. So this is gonna be the real problem. I definitely wanna have this on with the figure, but I am running out of room in my Avengers display. So I'm going to do my best to actually put this piece in that display cabinet, but I honestly do not know right now. But there's the necklace, like I said. And again, some of these effects. See, this one may be one of those things where I have to read the instructions because I do not know if I can figure out where the hand will go with this. So maybe this is the one in the hand. It looks like this one will just fit in the hand as well as this one. But I kind of want to get the effects going. So I might just have to read the instructions and figure out which hands will go with it. And we will be right back, and we are going to take a look. I'm going to see if I can get it in a pose, but I'm going to see what I can do with this figure. Already, it is a better quality. Is it worth the extra money? For this figure, yes. I think the hair is going to look amazing. But for the most part, I don't know if this was any other Artisan figure, if I would, but the presentation so far is amazing, and the product so far is meeting my expectations. So let's take a look. All right, everyone, and just like that, I've got her out of the box. I do have to say, though, this is probably the worst experience I've ever had with unboxing a Hot Toys figure. First off, look at these eyes. If I can get it zoomed enough. They looked googly, they're loose, and they're generally not fun. Her left eye actually fell out a couple times, and for the amount I paid, the necklace really isn't fitting as well as it should, and the hair, as cool as it is, I would go for sculpted hair every single day. It took me a long time just to get it back down to that, and it does kind of touch on that in the manual, but yeah. So overall, I'm going to give this thing a 6 out of 10. Not hugely happy with it. It's bunching up a bit there right now, and I didn't really move it around all that much. So I do have to kind of work that out, and it's going to go in the display case for a few days. And if I don't like it, I'm going to email Sideshow, and this is going to make its way back to them. Overall, it's looking like I paid just about $800 for this, and we want to make sure as collectors that we get a good deal on the figures that we buy. Anyways, guys, I will be back in just a little bit with my final thoughts on Scarlett Witch. And just like that, everyone, I'm back. I've had a little bit of time to actually live with this figure for quite a while, and I of course, like to sit with the figure after I've unboxed it and really try posing in different options and such off camera just to see if I like it. Well, this one, as you may have sensed from my video, I had a very tough time with. I did not enjoy the setup on my original pose. And to be honest, from the photos that you're seeing here, this is the original pose I had when I finished actually unboxing it for the first time. Now, I've decided to start calling this figure, because of the head sculpt, Old Googly Eyes. And I did everything I could to get the hair to settle down. I know there's probably options which I will have to research. I also tried to get the eyes to really make sense. They weren't pointing together, which is why I'm calling it Googly Eyes. For a while, I was wondering if I actually damaged the figure or if it was a defective head sculpt, because the eye just kept falling out. Eventually, I tried it again and it popped back in, but I do feel that it may still have been a little bit defective. They're very loose, and it's very difficult to get the head sculpt to snap back on to the figure when I'm trying to keep those eyes in. Either way, at the end of the day, I decided to keep the figure and really try again later on, watch some more video reviews, and try it myself. And I always encourage you guys, if you're ever watching a review and they talk about a figure, before you get yours, watch as many videos as you can, and then scroll Instagram and Facebook and X and whatnot, just to see if you can find a pose that you like, and do some research before buying a figure or purchasing it, and maybe you'll be able to see any possible defects it may have. Either way, the head sculpt still looked amazing. The eyes and the hair was a bit of an issue. The hair wouldn't have been an issue if it wasn't for the eyes. So really, I do have to say the eyes, the separate rolling eyes, I'm very wary about at this point.
and I would recommend anyone purchasing this figure to be very careful when trying to pose with the eyes. The costume, the suit, really great. I'm always kind of concerned about leather, but I'm hoping that Hot Toys and other companies are learning from some of the issues of the past. I again remember my Captain America first Shield version. Unfortunately, that one just was shredded. Pardon. And really didn't look great after years of owning. And I did eventually sell it for, I think, maybe 100 Canadian. Other than that, though, guys, I do want to get a better pose, more of a maybe flight pose. I didn't like how the hands held some of the accessories, and you can see here I have them a little bit tilted, and they kept falling off, and I finally got them to stay. Overall, though, I'm going to give this figure a 7 out of 10, and it's barely a 7. I kind of went between 6.5 and 7. I do believe another posing session with this thing might improve it. And that is coming up because I do want to do a whole repose of my whole Avengers shelf. For now, she is stuck between Hulk and Thor. I do have tiered shelving on the other side, and I want to get better tiered shelving and just really work on my hot toy display right now. I got to get more module cases at some point and really get ready for some other pre-orders. But this one really did kind of show me that there has to be a little more work on my part on this figure, and maybe just work on some of the other figures and really get my collection where I want it to be. But I will be having a collection tour at some point, a massive one. It's probably going to have to get broken into 2 or 3 videos, but that one will be coming up. Either way, guys, I do recommend you pick this figure up. And again, just be careful of the eyes. The eyes really were the only issue I had. And I honestly didn't know if I was going to return this figure, which is why I wanted to sit with it for so long. And I've decided to keep it and make the best out of it. Anyways, guys, that is it for today. Let me know what you think about this figure down below. I will be checking my comments regularly. You can follow me on all my social medias. Links to those will be down below. I have a lot of great stuff on Instagram and TikTok lately, so check those out. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like rating. Subscribe to my channel for more great content coming very soon. I've got a comic book video you guys aren't going to want to miss very soon coming up. And I will see you guys all in my fortress for the next video.